I consider myself to be very open-minded and forward-thinking, but here is a list of things that I will still never do for a man. Number one, I'm not driving to see a man. Now, it's one thing if we've been in a relationship for a really long time and we're established and I want to drop by the office to bring you lunch or stop by your house to give you a surprise visit, but I drove all night. Absolutely not. That will not happen. No man on this planet is worth me wasting my gas. Number two, I will never propose to a man. Never, never, never. Not a nary a knee will hit the ground to pop the question to a man. Number three, date a broke man. Absolutely not. I'm not saying you have to be a millionaire. I'm not saying you have to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. But if I'm able to support myself, and even with children at that, you bare minimum need to be able to support yourself. You need to have your own transportation, a roof over your head. It is really sad that we have to lay those expectations for men because that should be the bare minimum when you're a fucking adult. But hey, here we are. The next one is feel sorry for a man. I feel like one of our biggest downfalls as women, one of the biggest ways we play ourselves is falling prey to the sick, sad stories of all the hard things that are happening to him in his life. And his family just doesn't understand him. And his ex just took all his money in the divorce. And she was just a horrible, mean person. And you know, the economy and times are hard. And I've been trying to open this business, this imaginary business for the last 10 years. And nothing's just taken off for me. Well, I'll pray for you, maybe, but get the fuck out of my life. I say this for everybody across the board. If you are not in a good place financially, your focus should not be dating. Now, it's different for just if you want to get your rocks off a little bit, but as far as serious relationships, that needs to be the least of your priorities right now. And especially when it comes to men, there is nothing a man should be asking me for other than my Cash App information so he could send me some money. I will not marry a man without a prenup. Absolutely the entire fuck not. And a lawyer will review it and it will be a situation that 100% benefits me. The next thing is have a baby with a man that I couldn't take care of on my own. A lot of women have babies with these men expecting that everything's just going to be this perfect Disneyland, we live happily ever after romance. But the unfortunate thing with it is a lot of these men, as much as they say they want to be fathers, they like that in title, not in actual actions and shit. Your life will change. His life will more than likely stay the same. And every now and then he'll come home, throw the kids up in the air, shoot a couple hoops, and you'll post a couple pictures of him on social media talking about what an amazing dad he is. And then he'll go on about his business. And then you'll continue making the majority of the parental decisions and taking care of the kids by your fucking self. If y'all don't work out, more than likely it's going to fall on you to take care of those kids financially. And a lot of women find themselves in horrific financial situations because at one point they believed that nothing was ever going to happen to their relationship until it did. So do not have more kids than you can afford to have on your own. If you don't want to have kids, then don't fucking have kids and don't let a man change your mind. If you only want one, then have one. But at the very end of the day, do what you want to do because it's going to fall back on you if that man wakes up one day to go get milk and never comes back again. The next thing is no man will ever live with me. Absolutely fucking not. I don't care what you're going through. Listen, I know that the times are hard. I spent years rebuilding my life, establishing myself again when I first became a single mom back in 2008. I get the economy and the orange person that's in office. I totes understand all of that. However, you cannot live with me. And I need to see you take care of yourself consistently over time because what a lot of these men do is they will cash one of their checks and be balling and shot calling for a couple of weeks, trick you, bamboozle you, and then when they're under your roof, riding in your car, using your gas, boom, that's when you finally realize the truth that he's a broke motherfucker. I will never believe a man when he tells me that his ex is crazy. Now, I do totally understand there are some women who are a little single white female fatal attraction-ish. But in a lot of these situations, they're crazy because in some way you made them crazy. Did you cheat on her? Did you abuse her? Did you abandon her? There's something you did. Which leads me to my next point. And I know this is going to sound absolutely hypocritical coming from a woman who has 2 children, but I cannot date a man who has children. And you have to be a complete idiot to think that a woman having children and a man having children and being single is the same thing, because it's not. A lot of the times, what I've seen over the years is these men, they're dating to find a nanny, to find somebody who will take care of their kids, to find someone who will run their household and also work and also pay 50% of the bills, if not all of the bills, while also taking care of their children. And I know this makes me a selfish bitch, but I only want my children to be the children in the relationship. Other than that, I want the focus to be all on me. I don't want to share that focus, nor do I want my children having to share the focus with your dusty ass children who don't want me to be their new mommy, which I wouldn't want to be their new fucking mommy anyway. I'm only a mommy to my 2 children. There are some women out there who love children and they would be more than happy to date a man that is a single dad, but I do think you need to be very careful and take some time to really assess the situation to make sure he's not simply using you to be his next nanny and caretaker. Anyway, let me know if you want a part 2.